Good evening, everybody. This is Holly with Working on Me. Come join me tonight. We are going to make chicken and dumpling casserole, and it's so good. So I'm so glad I thought of this because it's so good. It is 10 points per portion, but it's so worth it. It's so good, okay? So we're gonna make this tonight. While this is cooking, we're also going to make pistachio whip again, even though I've already made it, but we're gonna make it again for my dessert for the rest of the week, okay? So I'm gonna let people hop on. Hope y'all are having a good Monday. I did do my weigh-in this morning. It's in my stories, and I also did a breakfast live if you missed that, okay? And I'm gonna go through my spill again. This is Holly with Working on Me, and I have had this page for over 6 years. And if you are just joining us and you're brand new, we do Weight Watchers here, but you do not have to. You can just enjoy the meals that I share or whatever. What am I trying to say? Oh, and I also share my life on here, so it's not just Weight Watchers stuff, okay? A lot of people have followed me for many years, and they know me. We talk, and we do a lot of talking on here, okay? So just know that. This dish that I'm making tonight does take 45 minutes for it to cook in the oven. So while we're letting, anyways, hello. Good evening, hello. Okay, so before I even got on here about 3:30, I boiled like 3 chicken breasts, 3. The recipe does call for, let me pull it up on my app really quick. On my iPad, just so I don't get it wrong. It does call for like 1.2 ounces. Honestly, I really don't think it matters if you, because this was 2 pounds, okay? So there were 3 chicken breasts, but it was 2 pounds. I will pour it in here in just a minute, and if I feel like it's too much, I might take some out, but it's chicken breast, okay? You're not gonna get fat off of chicken breast, okay? So just kind of eyeball it on that part, but you want a good amount for your casserole because we're gonna be making 6 portions out of this, okay? So yeah, so I already shredded it up after I boiled it. I was cutting out because I had a phone call come through, and I did put my phone on silent. I don't know why it would still let somebody call me, but that's okay. That is why I was breaking up, because I was getting a phone call. So hopefully it's much better now. You can definitely go back out and come back in, okay? So definitely try that. But I should be good now. It was my oldest son, and my youngest son is calling him right now to tell him that his mom's on live. Okay, I'm just waiting for like a little bit more people in here because they're gonna miss me getting it all prepared in this dish, because then I'm gonna put it in the oven and we're gonna let it cook for 45 minutes and we're gonna make pistachio whip. So I'm just kind of waiting a little bit. Good evening. If y'all have any questions right now, you can ask right now since we're just kind of waiting. Really quick, if you didn't see my weigh-in, I only lost 5 ounces, which is totally fine because I'm in the maintenance mode. So at least I lost 5 ounces. So that is what happened this week. Did you get everything for Tatum when you went to Houston? We sure did. We did a great job. Yeah. So we got everything there, and then we headed back home, and Mom was sick, and then I went to the emergency room with Mom after that. So yeah, but we did. We got everything that we needed to get there. So I'm glad. All right. We're climbing a little bit more. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I am going to take my chicken breast. You're gonna go ahead and just pour it on the bottom of your pan. This is probably a 9x13 pan, but this doesn't have the size on there, but it's probably a 9x13, okay? Or 8x11, something like that. One of the two, okay? It's one of those, okay? Hello. Okay, so I'm gonna take my chicken, and like I said, I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it if I don't feel like I need all of it, because I mean, like I said, a good amount for the casserole, but you don't want it overbearing either. That's probably good enough. Okay. I know there's just a little bit left, but I'm telling you, you just kind of want to eyeball it, and you don't want it too much because you still have to put other stuff in here and the crust part. So we don't want it too full, okay? 9 by 12, yeah, 9 by 12, whatever, y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I really don't know the sizes, okay? I really don't. Okay, let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so after you boil the chicken, shred the chicken, that goes down first. Then you are going to do 1 cup of Land O'Lake butter right here with canola oil. You're gonna do 1 cup and you're gonna melt it. I already have a little bit of it melted, but it's kind of been sitting in there for a little bit. So I'm gonna warm it up for about 20 more seconds, and we're gonna pour it all over the top of the chicken, okay? I can make out your shirt. The first word is pray. Yes, it says pray. No, it says pray big. Pray big. I have a little, my hair is on there. Pray big is what it says. That's what it says. Pray big. I know it's backwards, and I'm sorry. I can't flip my screen. Yes, pray big. Hey, Karen. Okay. So I got my 1 cup of Land O'Lake canola oil, and you're just gonna pour that over the top of your chicken. Okay, 1 cup of that. And you can kind of mix that in, because after this point, you're not gonna mix anything else. Nothing gets mixed after this point, okay? So you can just kind of get that butter nice and mixed with the chicken. Okay. There we go. Now, we're going to use this same bowl, so I am going to have to get a plate and get this chicken out of here, because you're going to use this bowl to mix the rest of what's going on. Okay, so now you're going to take self-rising flour, because this is the part that you're making the dumpling part, okay? So we're going to be laying the crust on top, and we want it to puff up, so you do want self-rising flour for this part, okay? So you're going to take 1 cup, and you're going to get 1 cup of the self-rising flour. Then you're going to use Fairlife, fat-free Fairlife, and you're going to do 1 cup of that, okay? Let's see here. Hey, Erlinda, doing good? Yes, they're so fun. I can actually, if you want me to share where I got my shirt, I will share here in just a minute, okay? I can definitely do that because I just got it in not too long ago. So I do know where I got my shirt from. But let me get this together. So 1 cup of the Fairlife milk. Now you're going to get that nice and mixed together. After we get this nice and mixed together, we will be putting like droplets of the dough in different areas, but you do not mix it with the chicken. Okay, so we're gonna take that and we're just going to drop it over in different areas. And then you're going to use this same bowl to do one last step before we put it in the oven. The oven is preheated at 375. I like to get my spatula so I make sure that I get all of the dough out of here. So let me get me my spatula. Because I want all of the dough. See how much was still left in there? A lot. Like I said, you're not going to mix it, but you can like do a little bit of spreading just right on top, but no mixing. Okay, so with the same bowl, this is the last step. Let me get a napkin and get this off my finger. Yay, I'm glad you caught me live too. We'll watch replay. Yay, Wanda. Okay, awesome. And then the last step, just so I don't get it wrong, is going to be 2 cups of the chicken broth. So I got the 33% less sodium. 2 cups of that and 1 can of cream of chicken, the 98% fat-free. You see where it says that right there? 98% fat-free. I actually had trouble for the longest time finding that, and finally our grocery store started carrying that back. So I'm really glad, because I really have I've used that a lot. So I'm thankful that they are getting that back. Okay, and then we're going to mix the soup together, and then we're going to pour this on top, okay? So you're going to mix this together, and then we'll just pour this right on top, and that's it. You don't have to cover it. We are going to put it in the oven at 375 for about 45 minutes. So while we're waiting, we're going to go ahead and make the pistachio whip, because I want that again for dessert. And we're going to make pistachio whip here in just a minute. Okay, and then you're just going to pour this. I don't know if I'm going to use all of it. We've made this before, and the last time it was a little liquidy, so I'm actually going to leave a little bit of that out. I'm going to kind of watch it. If I feel like I need to add some more to it while it's cooking, I will. But I think that's going to be good. Timer, 45 minutes. Oh, I hate when I do that. This is a new stove for me, so I'm still like learning how to set it. I know how to do it, but I have to remember that it's a different button to set it with. So yeah, okay. I had my little dough handprint on there. Okay, so let me move this over here. Let me find out who else is on here. You know how kitchen dog, yes. Oh, he's definitely, Lincoln is he follows me everywhere. All my dogs kind of do, but Lincoln's way more, he will follow me everywhere I go. So I said the points at the beginning, and I'll say it again. It's 10 points per serving, and I will show you at the end what I mean by per serving. This will make 6 servings, and it will be 10 points. It is a little higher because we are talking about chicken and dumpling, okay? But when you are craving something like Thanksgiving-y, just a warm, hearty meal, it is going to be a little more expensive on your points, okay? So 10 points for that. Okay, I'm going to show y'all where all of the information that you would need that for, that I usually always provide. When you go to my page, you are at the top of my page like this. If you scroll up, you will see me live right here, okay? I'm live right here. Right here is called captions. So when I say I put it in the captions, it's here. And it probably means that you need to get out of my video, go to the top of my page, and scroll down to whatever video I'm at. So here is where I put all of the information, but it doesn't show you all of the information all at one time. So there's a little not a button, but it will say see more, and you have to touch that to be able to get all of what I typed in there. We're going to go to the next thing that I cooked yesterday. Hold on, not yesterday. I've been on, let's see where I can go, because then sometimes I write something small and then you don't have to hit see more. So this one was 6 days ago, and I made the lasagna from the TV dinner, and I obviously wrote more down here, and it says see more right here. You have to touch that, and then there's still more that I wrote, okay? So just know that all the information is at the top of the video in the captions. So all of the recipe will be here, and it says here, make 6 servings at 10 points per serving. Then it'll have the pistachio whip, and the pistachio whip makes 6 servings at 1/2 cup for 2 points. So it's on there. Did you add, oh my goodness, I did not add the seasoning. No, thank you so much for telling me that. So I'm gonna add the seasoning on top. Thank you for telling me that. Who told me that? Let me see who that was. Christina, thank you, sweetheart. Okay, now, when I mix the 2 cups of chicken broth and the 1 can of this, I should have put it in that. Or you can put it in the dough. I think you can put it in the dough. Let me look back at the thing. No, it wants us to put it in the dough. So when I mix the self-rising flour and the 1 cup of milk, I should have added the onion powder and the Kinder's caramelized onion butter, okay? Kinder's caramelized onion butter, but I'm gonna sprinkle that on top. So thank you so much for letting me know that, or else it wouldn't have had much flavor. So I'm gonna get that out. We're gonna sprinkle that on top. And I am just gonna sprinkle with my heart. I think it's 1 teaspoon of the Kinder's and 2 teaspoons of the onion powder. So onion powder, and I even had it in front of my face. Okay. All right. Thank you for letting me know that. I think you could. Yeah. Holly, got your message, set you up as a distributor. Yes, Aaron, thank you. I saw when I made that message, Aaron, you were like the first one to say, I got it fixed. And I'm like, yes, but I said, I can't message you. So I don't know what, you have to have some kind of safety, option on your side because it doesn't let me message you on Messenger. So the only way I can do that is by you commenting right here, then I'm able to send you a message. And so I could not answer you back saying I got it. I got what what you said. So I appreciate you very much. So yes, ma'am. And I know that some of you may not have caught it, but everyone that has made a purchase this month is in a drawing, okay? I actually give away several stuff. There will be one big drawing, but I like to do several little drawings of like a cup or something that I send you from Amazon. So I will be doing the drawing, and I'm not sure what day I'm going to do that yet. I'm going to look, but just know that everyone that has purchased this month I already have you all tallied. So yes. Yeah, she has some kind of private setting on. So I can't message her. But she got my message, and I'm so proud of that. That makes me happy. Okay, now let's go ahead and make us, I'm just gonna move this over here. We might need that in a little bit, so I'm gonna move that over there. We're gonna make us some pistachio whip for dessert, okay? And let's see. That Kinder's is my favorite seasoning. I saw it on your video, bought it, and used it. Yes, I never thought about using it on eggs. I'm going to do that. That's a great idea. Question about the rehydrate. Can you mix it with the Spark and collagen? Or, yes, absolutely. That's a great question, Kelly. You most definitely can. You can mix it with your Spark. You can have the collagen in there. Yes, absolutely. I will tell you this. When me and JJ are together and we're traveling, like we're going hiking or whatever, that is what we do. We mix our rehydrate and our Spark together. So I love it like that. But yes, great question. Great question. Matter of fact, I'm fixing to make me a rehydrate right now. I didn't have mine today, and so I am very thirsty right this moment. All right, so I'm gonna go get me a drink. I'm gonna make my rehydrate, and then we'll make the pistachio whip. So let me go get my water. Okay. And I love my grape, okay? I love grape. So that's what we're gonna have. It's so hot, and I just had one. Yes, it is so hot. So I'm telling you, rehydrate is so good for that. It is, it's so hot. Okay, I'm gonna start moving all my stuff over here. I'm gonna go ahead and put my butter up. I don't need that. I got my pistachio whip, the sugar-free, and it is the 1 ounce box. Then I have my crushed pineapples, and it is in the 100% pineapple juice. You do not want it in the syrup, even though we are going to still drain this, okay? The juice does not stay in there, but you definitely don't want it in the syrup. And there's 2 different kinds, so make sure you get the right one. And this also is the no sugar added, okay? So it's the crushed pineapples. It's the 100% pineapple juice that it's sitting in, and it's the no sugar added is what I get, okay? But I'm still gonna drain this whole thing here in just a minute. So I have my colander right here that I'm going to do that. And then I just need my yogurt, and I have a brand new one right here of my non-fat Greek yogurt, just so if somebody's new on here, this is what I use. This is the brand. And I'm gonna take all that off. We will need a 1/2 cup and a 1 cupper. 1 cupper. So we will start out in this bowl with 3 cups of the non-fat Greek yogurt. I'm gonna go back over this one more time, and I do this every time because I don't know if anybody's new on here when I make this. I do not like yogurt. I'm not a yogurt girl. I'm honestly not even a yogurt girl where I can add, like, you know how you can do the fruit in them. You know how they have the little cups or something? I don't like the taste of yogurt at all, okay? So when I make this, just know you cannot tell that this is at all yogurt, okay? That's the best part, because I know that it's good for you to have, first of all. Second of all, you can't taste that it's yogurt. So when you can make something that is going to be good for you and it hides and masks the flavor of that, that makes me excited, okay? Now, you may be one that likes yogurt. Well, you'll like the dish no matter what, okay? So if you like yogurt, then you're good to go no matter what. So we're going to start off with 3 cups of the yogurt. Okay, I just have 1 more cup to do. And I also have another dessert that I probably shouldn't have got in my house, but I am going to show y'all here in just a minute. That is 4 points. And I actually have the points to have one of those as well. So I will show you here in just a minute. So I won't forget to show y'all because I'm very excited about this one. So I will show y'all. So 2 desserts I'm going to show y'all tonight. Okay, so we're going to close up the yogurt. We're going to get the box out of the pistachio whip. And we're going to get all the packaging out and pour that whole thing in here. Now, somebody may be like, I don't like the pistachio. I'm not wild about that. You know, I'm giving you kind of the bones of the recipe. And honestly, you can kind of make this however you want to. This is the instant pudding pie filling, okay? So anything in the sugar-free instant pudding pie filling area, you can kind of make this whatever you want. Right now on the top of my head, I don't know what other flavors are out there, but you can kind of do the same kind of concept if you don't want to use the pistachio, okay? But I'm telling you, the pistachio is really good, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna open up this. This is really hard to open, so I'm gonna need to pick that up. There we go. Now I'm gonna drain the pineapple juice that's in here. So so I'm gonna go over to my sink and do that. And I probably should have started with that over there and just let it sit there and drain out. But I'll let it drain for just a minute while I finish up with the Cool Whip. So you'll need the zero sugar Cool Whip. So it'll look like this. You will need the zero sugar Cool Whip. And you're gonna do a 1/2 cup of the Cool Whip. I got mine in the freezer section, but I let it just kind of thaw out in the refrigerator because it would have been like really kind of hard to fold in this. And then I will freeze this if I want to put it in the freezer. Okay. While I'm waiting on the pineapples to just kind of drain out, I'm just going to kind of start mixing this together. And the dessert's done, okay? So once you get it nice and mixed together and you add the pineapple, you are good to go. And for a 1/2 cup, it's 2 points. And I add 2 cherries on top because I love the cherries, and a little bit of the juice from the cherry is how I eat mine. I have used chocolate with a few crumbles of Oreos. Ooh, girl. You could use coconut or banana. Thank y'all for letting other people know, because I could not think about like what other flavors are out there to use. So thank y'all very much for that. Because this is the only way I've ever made it. I'll be honest with you, but I just know that you could use the bones of the recipe to make something completely different and still be within the point system. Okay, let me go get the pineapples. I probably should bring this just so it doesn't drip. Okay, that works. Okay, guys, that dessert is ready to go for this evening. All right. And I'm going to show you my other dessert that I have found. Y'all might even laugh at it. Oh, actually, I have two different, and one of them's not a dessert though. I have showed y'all what I'm fixing to show y'all here in just a minute, but let's see here. You could add marshmallows to it. Yeah, I don't know how many points marshmallows would be. So you might want to, like, if only like 4 or 5 is like 0 points, like of the mini ones, you might want to add that to your portion that you have instead of adding it in the whole dish, because I know that it's probably points for the marshmallows. Can you leave the pineapple out? Yes, absolutely. Yes, I think it would taste just fine without the pineapple, I'm guessing. I haven't made it that way, but yes, you can definitely do that. I make it with the cheesecake pudding and put, ooh, I'm gonna try. That's a good one to try, Christy. That sounds really good. That sounds really, really good. So there is a sugar-free cheesecake out there. So she's saying she mixes it with the sugar-free cheesecake mix, and she uses it for dipping of her strawberries. Mom's still not feeling too good. She has an appointment with her primary doctor tomorrow. You could add walnuts, but the walnuts is going to be points. So just be cautious of that. It's going to change the points. I put 3 mini marshmallows on top of the serving and it's 0. Perfect. Yeah, that's the way I would do that. Okay, hold on one second. I'm going to go get my other dessert that I want to show y'all. It's mini drumsticks. They're so cute. I know y'all probably have seen them, okay? But these mini drumsticks are only 4 points, and it is just enough to have like a good little dessert. So tonight, because I have 29 points that I eat because I'm on maintenance, I have plenty of points. So not only will I have my meal, but I'm gonna have my half a cup of my pistachio whip, and I accounted for me to have one of these. So they're so cute, but they're little bitty ice cream. They're so cute. The little ice cream, and they are 4 points for the little mini. It's so good, okay? So good. Doing good, doing good. Okay, let me put that up, and I have one more thing that I do want to show y'all. Oh, I'll put that one in there. And then I always get asked if I have any kind of protein bars that I care for. I always get asked that. So I shared this not too long ago when I got back from California with Advocare. Whenever I go to Advocare, there's a lot of people that, okay, there's only a portion of us that get to be in the champion thing for Advocare, and I'm very lucky to be one of them because of y'all. Y'all are absolutely wonderful. So I get to meet a lot of like awesome people that are in that top 20 or whatever. And a lot of them are gym owners, and they're also dietary people, okay? So they actually handed me one of these bars when we were there, and the macros, which I'm not doing macros. I know at one point I did try to do the macros, but they are good macros on here. And whenever I say macros, because some people may be like, what does that even mean? It really is just the labeling of the nutritional facts. That's what macros mean. It's what, does something have really good nutritional facts to it, okay? So it is the barbells. I'm gonna tell you right now, the barbells nutritional facts is probably the best nutritional facts on a protein bar that I've really have ever found, okay? And they taste good, and it's a really nice, good size, okay? So I'll even show you the size. I just bought these, that's why. Let's see here. How much yogurt did you use? 3 cups. Thanks for answering that. If Tatum was to eat, he would have to make up for one. If Tatum was to eat, he would have to make up for. I'm not sure if I understand what you're saying, Karen. I'm not sure. Tatum is eating tonight. He is eating. He loves this dish. So anyways, it's a really nice size bar. I love the caramel cashew one, and I believe it's 4 points, but before I lie to you, I thought I remembered it being 4 points. I'm gonna rescan it one more time on my Weight Watchers app just to double check, okay? And I'm gonna give you the nutritional facts here in just a minute, okay? So let's scan, and I wanna make sure I'm right. Okay, I am wrong. I'm 1 point off. It's 5 points, and that's okay. 5 points for the entire bar, okay? Really, really good amount for a protein bar. Okay, so let me give you the stats on it. The bar is 200 calories. There's 8 grams of total fat, and then the sodium's 80. The carbs are 18, but there's 3 fiber, and there's no sugar. Oh, no, I'm sorry. There's one sugar, and then there's alcohol sugar. There's 5. So when you are doing low carb, you are allowed to subtract the alcohol sugar, the sugar alcohol, however you want to say that, and the fiber. So the bar itself has, I thought it might say it out here. Let me do the math. There's 18, take away 8 is 10. 10 grams of carbs if you're doing carbs. I'm not counting carbs. And then the protein on there is 20 grams of protein on this bar. So if you look at a lot of the other bars, they're going to have more sugar in them. I don't know about all the other ones, but I'm telling you, this is probably the best macros that I probably have seen on the nutritional facts. Love barbells. They are really good. I think she is asking if he would eat 2 servings. Yes, he will definitely eat 2 servings. Tatum will definitely eat 2 servings. These are my absolute favorite bars. Birthday cake is yummy. Oh, I have never tried the birthday cake, so that's interesting. Okay, awesome. Target has them, but my H-E-B that I go to, that's where, yes, I bought them there because there's a nutritional aisle, and I went down there to see if they had these, and they did, so I was glad. The first time I had bought them at Target. So I guarantee like Walmart has them, all that kind of stuff. So just know that. Amazon probably has them if you can't find them somewhere. So like I said, I like the caramel cashew. My husband, I believe, likes the cookies and cream. I think there's a cookies and cream, and he likes that one. And then now somebody just said the birthday cake is good. So that's very interesting. The name of the bars are barbells. Barbell. With an S at the end. Okay, Barb just said she likes the cookies and cream. So does JJ. JJ likes the cookies and cream. Yeah. Okay, so look, we have 18 minutes. I'm going to look down on here. Oh, it's looking good, looking good. We'll see what it looks like in 18 minutes. Hopefully it does look like it's ready. Trader Joe's sells them. My local Walmart has them. Okay, your HEB has them too. Good, good. TikTok has them. What? What? Okay, did not know that. That's so funny. I did not know that. There you go. Anybody that's on here for TikTok. That's so funny. Great stuff. Okay. I'm trying to think now. I did all of my stuff that I wanted to do and show y'all. And now we have 20 minutes? Yikes. Y'all got to give me something to talk about for 20 minutes. Because I want y'all to see the final product here when we're cooking the chicken and dumpling casserole. Get off and come back on. I can do that. I can do that if y'all would like me to. I can come back in about 20 minutes and I can show y'all the finished product. The only thing is that when people get on, they don't know how to look at the other things, but that's okay. I can always show them off my iPad. How are the newlyweds, your son? They are doing really good. Now that Logan passed his test, that's really awesome. Cindy still has to take her boards for her nursing, so please pray for that. But yes, Logan, they're doing great. Do you love your eyelashes? I do. And on Wednesday, I go to get a feel done, which I still feel like they are really good. I mean, every so often an eyelash will fall off, but it's supposed to do that. Like it's going to do that when you are around 2 weeks or 3 weeks of your extensions of your eyelash. Okay, they're going to kind of fall out. Not like all of them, but some will fall out. So that's why you have to go in for a fill, because if you didn't have fills, then there would be no reason to have a fill. And that's the purpose of them, that you go in every 2 to 3 weeks and you get a fill just like you do on your nails. I have to go do that. So on Wednesday, I will be going to get a eyelash extension fill done. I know I should be able to read your shirt, but yeah, no, somebody else had done the same thing. It says pray big, and it almost looks like girl, but it's big. So it's pray big. That's what it says. Oh, I can tell y'all where I got my shirt from. I know that's what I was going to tell you. Holly, do you like Built Bars? I do not, Kelly. I cannot stand the consistency of the Built Bars. I have tried them, and then somebody will say, you got to give this one a try. I've tried it. I can't. I just can't. Just like the yogurt, I can't have that by itself. The Built Bars, I just can't get behind because I don't like the consistency of them. I just don't. Yes, my shirt. Yeah, Janet, yeah, I will definitely tell y'all where I got my shirt. What time did you come on tonight? Jean, I've been on for a while. It should actually say up at the top how long I've been on. If somebody sees that, I don't know how long I've been on already. Are they expensive? Oh, I don't know that. I'm sorry. I didn't look at the price, Brenda. I did not look at the price. Yeah, so like I said, there's going to be people that like Built Bars. I want y'all to. Y'all like them, okay? I just don't. I don't even like the puff ones. I can't do the consistency of it. Okay. So, where I got this shirt, I am going to tell you here in just a minute. Let me get to my Facebook. And it is called Poppy and ponies, I believe is how you say it, but I'm going to pull it up for you. Why are you not coming up? Okay. It's right here. Why are you not coming up? Is it because I'm live? Maybe it's because I have my phone on silent. Okay, there we go. I think it's because I had my phone on. Okay. So I know it's going to be backwards, but it's called Poppy, Poppy, Poppy and Ponies, I believe is how that says. So that is where I got the shirt from, and you'll just hit the view shop right here at the top, and you'll view their shirts and all that kind of stuff, okay? So Poppy and Ponies is, I believe is how you say that, Poppy and Ponies. They have several Christian graphic shirts. So people are saying I've been on for 45 to 42 minutes. It just depends on what time they probably got on here, but that's how long it says that I've been on here. Okay, good. Thank you. And I usually come on at 5 o'clock Central every day, Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, unless I have something going on. And this Wednesday, I probably won't be live. We are going to be moving my son this week to his apartment, my youngest, because he'll be going to college. So I have a lot going on. So I will be cooking tonight and tomorrow. Of course, tonight, because I've almost done that. You're gonna flip. Yesterday I had 52 weeklies and a few points left. I could not eat all of them. Ooh, girl, I could. But that is a lot of points, but I definitely could eat all of them. I will tell you, like for instance, on Friday I was really busy and I had several points for the evening, and I'll tell you what we had, because I have to eat my points. It's very, very important to eat my points. I got the chicken. Oh, I think I have it in the other one, but the Real Good chicken nuggets. I had the Real Good chicken nuggets, and then I had a bowl of microwave macaroni and cheese, like regular macaroni and cheese. It was 9 points for the bowl, because this was only like 2 points or whatever. So 9 points for the bowl and 2 points for the chicken. Oh no, it was 3 points for the chicken, because the chicken nuggets are 3 points. So you're like 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12 points. I had to eat my points because I was busy that day and I didn't eat a whole lot, okay? So, and I still lost 5 ounces, okay? So I had regular macaroni and cheese. So that's what I'm saying. If I feel like I can't eat all my points, I find something that's going to be a large amount of points. So let's say I was in town and I had a lot of points and weeklies to eat. We would probably go by Whataburger and I would get the biggest, not the biggest, but like a nice regular size hamburger that was 15 points and not eat the fries. Do you see what I'm saying? So I would make sure I got something that I could eat a lot of my points with. Yeah, that's what I do. Me either. I had 52 weeklies, and as of last night, I had 35. I just couldn't eat anymore. And just know that could be why maybe your weight might be slowing down or something like that, because you're not eating enough to fuel it. Because with you having 52 extra weeklies, that means you're exercising. Am I right? You're exercising. So your body needs the fuel because you are burning that much more of your fat. So your body needs the fuel. It needs to keep burning and it needs to keep working as a machine. So just know if your weight slows down, it's because you need to eat more of those points, okay? So the weeklies, like, this is how I see it. You get 28 weeklies already from Weight Watchers, okay? And let's say you are somebody that does not like to exercise at all, not at all. I'm okay with you not dipping into your weeklies, okay? Because you don't really do a lot of moving to really burn a whole lot of fat anyways, or a whole lot of like just needing to fuel your body on something. But when you do exercise and you get all these accumulated weeklies, your body is working. So it's trying to work as a machine. And if you don't fuel that machine like oil, you are going to slow down in your weight loss. So you got to fuel it to make it keep moving like this. So I just hope that I'm going to, like, the image that I'm trying to put out is like, I hope you understand kind of where I'm going. So I do understand not eating your weeklies if you don't do a lot of moving around, but if you do, it is kind of important a little bit to eat your weeklies. How come I never have leftover points? That's so funny. Do you have where when you work out, does it connect with your phone? Like if you have like extra points or whatever? Yes, no loss. Okay. Well, I'm just giving it out there. You can take my advice or not. That's totally okay. But I'm just giving you my advice. That's all I'm giving you. Okay, yeah, I'm just giving my advice, and like I said, that's what my whole page is about, to give some like tips and tricks. And it's okay if somebody's like, no, I don't believe in that. I don't eat my weeklies and I still lose weight. That's great. That is awesome. And at the beginning, you're going to still lose weight because your body's like really trying to figure out things. But if you've done it for a long time and you've really slowed down on your weight, I promise it's more on the lines. Especially, I'm gonna have to call out you older people. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm old, but I'm just letting you know. A lot of you older people think that, first of all, you'll have trouble eating more. Okay, because your stomach's smaller, and you grew up on eating just what you pulled out for yourself and nothing more, okay? And if you pulled out too much, you still know that y'all grew up well, you don't want to waste food, okay? But you've also learned portion control since you've been on Weight Watchers. So a lot of older people just are like, I can't eat. I'm just full. I promise you, it's only slowing down your weight loss if you are not eating enough. And most of the time when I do get people messaging me and they fully tell me exactly what they're doing, what they're eating, how it's going, it is fully because they're not eating enough food to fuel their body to make that fat fall off, okay? So what it is doing, it's storing your fat. Your body doesn't know when it's going to get the next nutritional things that it's going to need to burn off that fat. So it's storing the fat that you already have. Okay. So that's what's going on. Laugh out loud. That's me. That's me. Okay. And I hope that I'm not hurting anybody's feelings by saying old, but I'm just saying older than me. I know because of my mom, I can be in front of my mom and she's just like, I just can't eat. And I'm like, mother, yes, you can. Now, my mom has gotten to where she wants to get back on Weight Watchers also. She does need to lose weight. But even when I'm with her, sometimes I'm just like, Mom, you barely even ate anything. So, and that could be her problem. So she may not eat all day long or not even a lot. And Mom maybe have gained weight due to her age and not eating enough. So she thinks that she is doing justice by not eating enough, by not eating a lot. But with her body and her weight and her age, she's packing on the weight because she's not eating enough. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, and my mom does not do any exercises because she is really hurting in her knee. She needs a total knee replacement. So she's not doing any form of exercise. Thank you, Deborah. Do I eat before I work out? So that's a great question. I used to work out at 8:30 to 9:30, and I do not like to eat that early in the morning, and I will get sick. Now she has pushed me back to 9:30 to 10:30, which I love it. And I have gotten up around 7 o'clock because I know that I need to get going. So I get up, I make my eggs and my banana and my drink, and I go ahead and have that. And I feel perfectly fine at 9:30. So that is what I do, is now I have been making my eggs and getting that done. No, my son says I'm a dinosaur. Jean says, I can't stop eating. So what do we do for that, right? That is called discipline. So now we're going to start preaching about discipline. No, I'm just playing with you. I totally get it though. I went back to the foot doctor. He told me I can start driving. Yay! That's so good, right? Isn't it so good? When I first started my weight loss journey, my doctor told me to eat less and move more. Since Weight Watchers, I have gone from 428 to 176. So for me, that is huge. Are you kidding me? That's more than huge. That's amazing. So that's so awesome. I get it, Jean. I get it. Okay, I actually have 2 minutes left, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out so you can see where it's at. I do kind of feel that we may need to cook it for about 8 more minutes, maybe 10, but I'll pull it out and I'll let you see what it looks like at the 45 mark. The older you get, the less you eat. I know, and that's what I'm saying. So the older you get, the less you want to eat. But if you listen to me, here's the thing. So if you want a small portion of something, that small portion needs to be a lot of points. So for instance, I don't have it pulled up right now, but I think a junior burger, which is a smaller than a regular size at Whataburger. You may not have a Whataburger where you're at. I'm just using that as an example. I think a junior burger is like 13 or 15 points. Okay, let's even use Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich by itself with no French fries or anything is 15 points. The fried chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A is 15 points, I believe, or 14. That is what I'm talking about. So you need to find something that's going to be higher points where you're still just eating a hamburger. So let's say you made a hamburger at home. You need something that's going to be the more higher point. So you only have to eat a hamburger and no French fries, no nothing else, to get your points all used up. So let's say you made spaghetti for the night. You might need to add your garlic bread, a regular size garlic bread, and eat your portion of your spaghetti instead of using like this kind of bread because it's lesser points. You might need that because that's the only way you're going to get your points in. You're still eating in moderation because that means you didn't eat a lot throughout the day. I would have to live to 100 before that would happen. Oh my gosh, y'all are so funny. Wendy is around 10 to 12. Are you talking about like the hamburger? Okay. Yeah, perfect. Today is Move It Monday. For me, I've decided there you go. I love it. Yes, I love that. Meatballs. Okay, so let me get this out really quick. I'm going to need 2 of these so I don't hurt myself. And in all honesty, it really is almost done. And see, it's still a little more liquidy than I thought. So you actually could probably go down to like a cup and a half of the chicken broth and not use as much, and then the whole can of the soup, okay? So that is what it looks like. And you see how the dumpling crust like formed on top? Everything, all that, okay? Okay, so I am gonna put it in for just probably about 8 more minutes. And I think that'll do it, okay? So about 8 more minutes. As I get older, I gain more. And that is due to the metabolism as we get older. So that's why it really is beneficial for you to definitely eat all your points. And if not, a little bit more. If you move, if you are a mover. Yes, it might thicken up if I let it sit. Yeah, I still want the crust to be a little more. I wanted to show y'all this. I didn't, I wanted this to be cleaned up though. Hold on. I got this off of Amazon and I'm really excited about it. So I wanted like a little thing to like protect the top of my, my top here on my stove. So I found this on Amazon and I'm super excited. And right here, just like right here, this was a little bit dirty. I found these on Amazon as well. They go right down in the crack right here. And so they're on both sides of my stove right here. So I got the turquoise. They come in black and like different colors, but it's this mat that goes right here. And so that will sit on there. So if I ever want to place something on there or anything like that, isn't that cool? I got that in yesterday or today, I can't remember. Yes, it does look delicious, I know. So yeah, I thought this was really cool. So I can definitely give you the link to this. If you're interested, you can private message me. But I just kind of fold it up and put it on the side over here until that cools down, and I can put that back on there here in a little bit. So that's pretty cool too, right? Okay, so 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna portion out what I'm gonna have. You can pair this with a salad. You can have some green beans if you want to. If you have followed me a long time, I am not a vegetable eater. That is why I do my greens through Advocare, okay? I know I don't show it on here a lot, but I show so many products from Advocare that I think that people are like, I don't even know what to use. That's why I really like it when you private message me and we talk about what you should start with. But I do my greens through Advocare, and it's a drink and I like it, and that's what I do, okay? I don't like vegetables very much, and I don't have to have a side dish all the time. So I'm giving you options. You could have a salad, you could have green beans, you could have squash and zucchini. You could have added, even if you wanted to, I guess some broccoli in there. I would never have done that, but it's an option that you could do into your chicken and dumpling casserole. So yeah. All right, 4 more minutes, and then I will show you how I portion it in the 6 serving of the stuff, okay? Tomorrow we will have enchiladas. I've made the enchiladas before when I was staying with JJ in the camper. So I love the enchiladas, and that is what we're having tomorrow is enchiladas. Which doggy is Tatum taking with him? He wants to take June with him, which is the brown-headed wiener dog. But right now it is very expensive to have a dog in an apartment. And I have so much expenses going billions of places right now. So I told him, give me a month or 2 and then we might add her on there as soon as I can get my bearings back. So he really wants to take June with him, and I want him to get acclimated to his apartment and where he would go take her to the bathroom and what he would have to do, that kind of stuff. So I told him we're not going to do that right up front. So yeah, I'm really nervous because my dogs rarely have to go to the vet to stay overnight if we're gone, because my mom and dad are always here to take care of the dogs if I'm gone. Well, we're all going to be gone. And my oldest, he works. They work during the day. They don't have time to have, and not only that, Oakley does not get along with their other dog, and Oakley just cannot stand their other dog. So that is not an option. So they have to go to the vet for 3 days. And I got a big, huge kennel where they're all in it together. It's called a run. So they're really long. It's a long run. And they're going to have to go to the vet. And I'm not looking forward to this at all. I'm not looking forward to it. So usually I very rarely have to let this happen. But my mom and dad's going with us. My mom and dad really want to go with us. So I don't have any other options. Maybe by Thanksgiving, yes. So the other one I have is Lexi. And Lexi is my oldest dog ever. She is about 10 years old. That's for us, for human. And so that makes her really old. But Lexi, no, she's my dog. She wants to always be by me also. So Lexi's the white and I don't know what you want to call it. It's like a tri-color. So I'm not sure. I haven't drove since June the 18th. Yeah, that's a long time. Okay. I have 1 minute left. I think this is good. I'm gonna let this kind of cool down, but I just want to show you how I will portion it for the 6 servings, okay? I do not stress over making the 6 servings like perfect, okay? So I'm gonna lower this down. You're going to take your spatula. You're going to cut a line right here in the middle. Okay, then you're going to do one right here. And you're just going to kind of eyeball the portions. See, that's already 2 portions. So I'm going to cut here. Okay, so that's 6 portions. So 1 portion is 10 points. 1 portion. So the 1 square is 1 portion. So that is how I do these 6 portions of the casserole. All right. Okay, let me see. Where are you going? What days and times do you go on? We're moving my son for his college, but I am not going to state where we're exactly going. And I usually come on at 5 o'clock Central Time on Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. But this Wednesday, I will not be on here. Won't she be missing the other dogs? Who are we talking about? Oh, like June? June's, you don't understand. June is she's a by herself kind of dog. Every dog is totally different that I have. Every single dog. June would be just fine all by herself. She really would. She loves Tatum and she would be just fine. Yeah. And I'm not even saying that we will totally do it. Tatum might be like, you know what? I don't know if I want to handle her with me being in the apartment. So he may be like, nah, it's all good. I don't need her to come. Yes, Faith, it's going to be really bad. I probably would have to get paperwork for us to say that it's emotional support kind of thing, dog. I think you do have to have documentation. Maybe the vet would do that. I don't know. Yeah, just like Yvonne, most of them are going to want documentations. I'm telling you, this whole apartment thing, life is strict. I mean, they are so strict about so much stuff. Yes. Oh, no, I'm ready to go too. I've been on here a long time. This is a long dish. But I hope you liked everything today. And I will see y'all tomorrow. And I thank y'all so much for joining me. All right, guys. Bye.